Hello student, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve very interesting problem. So this question was asked in IIT JAM exam. So without further ado, let's get started. What question says? So given double integral over R, where R is a rectangle 0 1 cross 0 1, and this is the function cos of max out of x cube comma y raised to 3 by 2. Now see, this question looks complicated, but if I consider two cases when max function is x cube, and in next case we will consider max function is y raised to 3 by 2. Okay, if we consider two different cases, the question become very easy. Okay, so this is the idea. We will split this question integral into two different parts. Okay, and try to evaluate. So let's consider case 1. So these are two cases when max function is x cube. This is the first case, and when max function is y raised to 3 by 2. Okay, this is our second case. Okay, so case number first, when max out of x cube raised to y raised to 3 by 2 is equals to x cube. Okay, means what? Our x cube is greater than both the functions. Means what? My x cube is greater than equals to y raised to 3 by 2 and greater than equals to x cube also. Okay, if I take cube root on either side, I will get x greater than equals to y raised to 1 by 2. Okay, if I take again square, I will get x square is greater than equals to y. And what is this x square greater than equals to y? Let's try to construct the graph for this. If I consider graph of, let's consider graph of x square equals to y. Okay, so my x square is equals to y means what? My x square is positive. Okay, because square of any real number is always positive. Okay, so if my this side is positive, then my y is positive. And where y is positive? Always in this axis. Okay, my y is negative here and y is positive here. So y is positive, I have to consider construct one parabola where my y is positive. So this will be our graph. Okay, we don't have to consider negative part of this parabola, because we are working on this positive rectangle. Start from 0, ends at 1. Okay, again here. Now see, there are two regions, this upper region of parabola and lower region of parabola. Which one we have to consider in this case? See, our x square is positive means what? Our x square is bigger than y, and what is y? Y is here. Okay, so our parabola is bigger here. Okay, so we have to consider this shaded region. Now see, what are the limits? Now we have to look for the limits. If I project down this all shaded area on the x-axis, what will be the limit? Okay, x starts from 0 and ends at 1. Okay, so these are our limits for x. Now let's look at y. So if I consider this shaded region, my y starts from 0 and ends on this curve. Okay, and what is this curve? Our this curve is x square equals to y, and on this curve what is the value of y? Which is equal to x square. So my y starts at 0, and what is the value of y on the curve? Is equals to x square. Okay, so we have found out all the limits for x as well as y. Now we consider, if I consider this whole integral as I, then my first case will be I1. So what will be my I1 integral? So this is nothing but double integral over R cos of, in this case our max function is x cube. Okay, and my limits are, now see, we have to in this given question we have dx dy, but our constant limits are 0 1, so dx will be outside and dy will be inside. Okay, whichever my constant limit, we have to take it outside. Okay, now substitute the limits. What are the limits for x? 0 to 1. And what are the limits for y? 0 to x square. Now see, for cos x cube is constant for dy, so cos x cube will go outside. So inside we will have 1, and what is the integral of 1 with respect to y? Okay, lower limit is 0, upper limit is x square. Okay, and this is dx. if I substitute upper limit and lower limit, I will get first x cube minus 0, so it will be x square. Okay, so we got this integral. How to solve this? So we have to go by substitution method. Why? Because derivative of x cube is always quadratic. Okay, so put if I put x cube equals to t, and if I differentiate on either side, I will get 3x square dx equals to dt. That means what? X square dx will be dt by 3. Now what will be the range for t? See, our x was running from 0 to 1. Okay, so then what will be our t? So I have to substitute values of x. If I substitute x equal to 0 here, I will get 0 cube, means what? 0. If I put x equals to 1 here, I will get 1 cube, means what? Again 1. So range for t is also 0 to 1. Okay, then my I1 integral will be 0, sorry, cos, what is x cube? X cube is our t. X square dx is what? X square dx is dt divided by 3. And what are the limits for t? T starts from 0 and ends at 1. Okay, I can take this 1 by 3 outside, and I will have integral 0 to 1 cos t dt. So what is the integral of cos t? Integral of cos t is nothing but sin t, and range limits are 0 to 1. If I substitute upper limit sin 1 and lower limit sin 0 is 0, so answer will be 1 by 3 sin 1. Okay, so what is my answer for I1? I1 is 1 by 3 sin 1. Now let's consider case number second. If I consider second case, in this case my max function will be y raised to 3 by 2. Okay, this means what? Y raised to 3 by 2 is bigger than both the functions, means it is bigger than x cube as well as y raised to 3 by 2. Again, if I take cube root on either side, I will get y raised to 1 by 2 greater than equals to x, means what? My y is greater than equal to x square. Now see, again we have to construct graph for this, so that we will get idea about limits. So y equal greater than equals to x square. First we will construct a graph for y equal to x square. Okay, so what is the graph of y equal to x square? So this is nothing but y equal to x square, and we are working in those positive rectangle. So now what will be my limits? Y is greater, means what? Our parabola is less than y, so this region I have to consider. Okay, because y is bigger in this case. Now see, if I project down this whole shaded region on y axis, so if I press this whole shaded region on y axis, I will get lower limit 0 and upper limit 1. Okay, so my y starts from 0 and ends at 1. Okay, and what are the limits for x? Where my x starts from 0, and where it ends on parabola. Okay, so my x starts from 0 and ends at this parabola. What is my x in this case? X is, if my x square is y, then x is root y. Okay, what is my upper limit for x? Root y. Okay, again I am considering integral I2 for second case. Integral r cos of, what is my max function in this case? Y raised to 3 by 2 and dx dy. Okay, now cos y raised to 3 by 2. See, again constant limit are for y, that's why y limit will be outside. So dx dy. Let's substitute limit. What is limit for y? 0 to 1. What are the limits for x? 0 to root y. Okay, again for dx, this cos y raised to 3 by 2 will be constant. Okay, so answer will be, this cos y raised to 3 by 2 will go outside, and integral for dx will be 1. And if I substitute upper limit root y, and lower limit 0, answer will be, I'm doing directly in this case, y raised to 1 by 2, okay, and into dy. Again we have to go by substitution. What substitution I have to make now? Put y raised to 3 by 2 equals to, so I'm taking another parameter p. If I differentiate on either side, I will get 3 by 2 y raised to 1 by 2 dy equals to dp. My y raised to 1 by 2 dy will be dp by 3 by 2, okay. And what will be my limits for p? If my y equal to 0, see what was my range for y? 0 to 1. If I substitute y equal to 0 in this case, I will get 0. If I substitute y equals to 1 here, again I will get p equals to 1. So my limits for p are 0 to 1, okay. So cos, what is y raised to 3 by 2? It's p, and y raised to half dy will be dp by 3 by 2. 3 by 2 will go in numerator and become 2 by 3, okay. What are my limits for p? 0 to 1, okay. 2 by 3 is constant. Cos p, what is the integration of cos p with respect to dp? Sin p over the limit 0 to 1. 2 by 3, again sin 1 minus sin 0 is 0. So see, we have evaluated both the cases, integral for both the cases. So what will be our ultimate limit? This is sum of both the integral I1 I2. So what was my I1? I1 was 1 by 3 sin 1, and what was my I2? I2 was, we just evaluated, 2 by 3 sin 1. So 1 by 3 sin 1 plus 2 by 3 sin 1 will be 3 by 3 sin 1. That means our integral I will be sin 1, okay.